Well, hello and welcome everyone to Ringler Radio. I'm Larry Cohen, the head of Ringler Associates Northeast Operations. And again, thanks for joining us. Well, today we're out here to talk about where Ringler Associates is headed in 2012. And to do that, joining me today is my friend and Ringler colleague and the newly appointed chairman of the board of Ringler Associates, Ross Duncan. So, Ross, welcome to Ringler Radio.
Larry, thank you. And, if you need another position, I think you do a fantastic job at this. This is maybe your real calling.
Well, you know what? You never know in life where things twists and turns take you, right?
We do know that.
You need to be flexible. Well, let me be the first publicly here to congratulate you on your new position of chairman of the board. I saw you took the gavel today and the microphone, and that's got to be a thrill. Tell us a little bit about your new role as chairman.
Well, first, Larry, I'm very honored and humbled to be the chairman of the board of what I consider certainly to be the premier structured settlement company in the country. My position at Ringler as chairman essentially is to obviously direct the board of directors, and the major task I'm going to be charged with is the policy and governance of the company. We're a very unique organization, so it's perhaps not the same as a GE or some such company. So there has to be a lot of flexibility as chairman of the board.
We have something called Ringler University, where we establish little pockets, little rooms where people go to learn different elements of the business, and people really not only get credit for that from a standpoint of continuing education, but it's just a cauldron of ideas that keep coming up. And what do you think about Ringler University and how it sets us apart?
I think it's tremendous. We've been doing Ringler University for 4, 5, 6 years now, perhaps. And they are the issues that we need to understand, and for all of our people to get back out or to get out there and produce and be conduits of information for all parties at a table. Everything from MSAs, which is an ever-evolving world. It's there's certainly not or there are very few cases that we deal with where that doesn't become an issue in some of these catastrophic losses. We have everything from ethics classes. We have everything from classes that help with accreditation in various states. All the hot topics that are involved in our world today.
You know, it really makes Ringler Associates, as they go out into the world of trying to get these cases resolved with our clients, subject matter experts on a lot of different things. But the one thing I have always found about this company is if you're out there and you come up against a problem you don't know, you can't figure out right away, you can email, our Ringler Associates marketing director, and he'll disseminate that question to all of us in a moment's notice, and you'll get back many, many different answers to the question you have. It's a unique process, and it really sets us apart. It's almost an instant knowledge, source for us.
Yeah, unquestionably. In fact, you mentioned that. I know not too long ago, I think you, in fact, were involved in a mediation. It was Texas or Mississippi or somewhere, and you had a question and put it out through our national marketing director, John Macker, who then dispersed it to the field. The answers and suggestions, and I believe it was a technical release issue,
yes,
or came back and came back quickly with a lot of different ideas. And Larry, attack it this way or address it this way. And especially you're an old dog like I am. You've been around. We know a little bit, but the fact that we had that resource to draw upon immediately is a tremendous asset to Ringler.
Yeah, it's an invaluable resource. Well, why don't you share with us now some of your ideas for 2012? Some other ideas. Where do you see Ringler headed as we go down the road here? We've grown. We're much bigger than we used to be. We're organized a little bit differently than we used to be. So where do you see Ringler headed as you look forward?
I think the fact that we can almost one-stop shop with Ringler Associates, where we can certainly provide the structure expertise, but we can also, even if an MSA is not utilized, we have the instant resource to educate everybody at the table. I think that's going to be a continuing factor as we go forth in 2012, and I think, frankly, we positioned ourselves well in that regard.
Tell me a little bit about this new website and how our listeners can benefit from going to the site.
Well, it's almost a one-stop shopping. They can go and a plaintiff, for instance, can go and learn everything there is from the tax laws in easily explainable language. They can educate themselves. They get comfortable with the product. Counsel on both sides of the equation can go and investigate not only Ringler, certainly, but all the benefits of the structured settlements, the tax-free natures. The attorneys, the plaintiff attorneys themselves can go and learn about how they can best take advantage of structuring their fees. There are many opportunities for people to learn, and the primary source and the reason for our website is just that. It's the education of both the plaintiff and defense communities.
Be sure to check out the entire podcast as well as other Ringler radio shows at LegalTalkNetwork.com and RinglerAssociates.com.